Hi friends, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I missed you guys. I feel like I have not filmed in forever. It's true, I haven't filmed in forever. I just got back from New Orleans for Mardi Gras and now I'm sitting down filming with you guys. It has been a long 2 weeks or so since I filmed, and I am so behind on the new makeup releases. It's not even funny. We have so much to talk about, and I feel like I say that all the time, but this time's really different. We have a lot to talk about. There are so many releases, so many different releases, and your girl got some thoughts. So we're gonna dive into it. Make sure you grab a snack, grab something to drink, and let's get into it. I did want to say I filmed this makeup look. I decided to do an updated everyday makeup routine. It is a long one, so make sure you stay tuned. It's gonna be my next upload. Where do we even start? Let's start off with this. We finally have dates on the Sephora Spring VIB sale. So the sale is starting April 4th for Rouge, and if you are Rouge, you can get 20% off everything. Now, if you're VIB or Insider, the sale is gonna start on April 8th, and the sale runs through the 14th. But starting on April 4th, everyone, no matter what your tier is, can get 30% off Sephora collection. I know y'all wait for this time of year. This is one of y'all favorite times of year. It's also one of my favorite times of year too, because then I can share my recommendations and my wish list with y'all. I feel like between the fall and now, we've had so many really good releases that I cannot wait to recommend. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm gonna have those two videos coming towards the end of the month when it gets a little bit closer to the sale. But I want to film it now and post it now so it can get lost in the sauce. I'd rather do it when it gets a little bit closer to the sale, when y'all are starting to build y'all baskets and y'all wish lists. But I wanted to share the dates with that because I know a lot of people have been waiting for those dates to drop, and we finally have them. So that's very exciting. We gotta talk about some new releases from Made by Mitchell. I cannot express to y'all how happy I am that Made by Mitchell is so much more easily accessible to us in the US. When I tell y'all, we are getting all the releases that the UK are getting, and we have a new release that's gonna be launching on the 25th, okay, of March. Actually, it's a few new releases. The first thing I saw, which Mitchell, he always teases these things on his TikTok, so if y'all not following him on his TikTok and you love Made by Mitchell, definitely do it. So y'all know we have the curve cases. This is a dewy, creamy formula, but he's launching pressed versions of this. Every curve case palette that he has is gonna be in the pressed version, and that is so exciting. I did not think that he would do that, but now that he's doing it, I feel like this is so perfect. So that's gonna be launching on the 25th. He also teased mini curve cases. So it's gonna have a blush, bronzer, and a highlighter, which I like the look of this. So this is really exciting. This is also gonna be coming on the 25th of March. Stay tuned, y'all. So Stay just launched baked blushes. Really wanted to pick up one of these baked blushes, but I was very on the fence because, okay, first off, let me back up. The one that I wanted to get was the bright pink one. There's one thing I've noticed when it comes to baked blushes. They kind of have a little bit of a sheen in them to give like that glowy kind of effect. But sometimes that sheen can look a little bit ashy on the skin, and that's kind of how the swatches were pulling for me. I wonder if it'll be different on the skin. I really want to try out the brighter pink, not like the light pink, but like the fuchsia looking pink, and see. I love me a baked blush formula. So this is on my list of a maybe, but I don't know. Like I said, kind of on the fence about it. Okay, this I was very excited to see. We have an extension of the Fenty Beauty blushes. I love that she came out with, you know, a deeper shade, a brighter shade, and lighter shades for lighter skin tones. That brick shade looks really, really beautiful, but I'm really eyeing the pink shade. I feel like in her first drop, the pink shade just wasn't that flattering for me, but I think that this pink would actually be really flattering on my skin tone. So I would love to get my hands on that pink blush. I don't really see a lot of people talking about these blushes a lot anymore. I love this one specifically. This one is Summertime Wine. I use this one all the time. It's so beautiful. I love these blushes, and I definitely want to get my hands on this pink one. We have a new release from One Size. We actually have quite a few releases. This one's the new one, but the other ones aren't new, but they are kind of. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. This is the new glitter setting spray. And if you remember in the Wicked collab that One Size did, they came out with a glitter spray. Everyone loved it. They never restocked it. They added it to their line without the collab, so that's super cool. I don't know if this is limited edition or not, but I hope that it's not, because if you get your hands on this and you love it and you run out of it, I would hope that you will be able to repurchase this setting spray. But I have not used this yet, and I cannot believe I forgot to take this with me to New Orleans because this would have been perfect for Mardi Gras. In the hair, I don't know if I would use this on the face, but on the body and in the hair, I definitely would. Yeah, I am very excited to try this out. Festival season is coming up, so that's also when I would want to use this, but we'll see. I would definitely find a time and a place to try out this setting spray. So Naturium just came out with the new Phyto Glow Lip Balm Shimmers, and this is on my wish list. Y'all know how much I love the Naturium lip balms, and this one is a shimmer formula, but what's really cool about this is it has doe foots, y'all, which is so insane. Unfortunately, it's only going to be for the shimmer formula. They're not changing all of their lip balms to have a doe foot. They just said that this formula just worked better with the doe foot. So yeah, in case you were wondering, it's not coming to all the lip balms, but I want to get my hands on this. If I could just get my hands on all the shades, that'd be amazing. They're not releasing to stores right now, so you can only get these on their website, but I've seen people use this all over the internet and they just look so beautiful. Cannot wait to get my hands on these. I really, really can't. We gotta talk about this new eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona. This is the Bloom palette. I'm trying to make more conscious purchases this year because I really don't want to just buy something for a video and then not really reach for it again. And I love Natasha Denona's formula. I love her palettes most of the time, but lately when it comes to the color stories, it has to be something that one, speaks to me, two, I need to feel like I would get a lot of use out of it. And looking at this palette, though it looks really pretty, I just don't see myself reaching for this all the time. This is not really a color story I gravitate to. I also feel like there's not enough deep shades. I feel like I sound like a broken record when I say that. So with this palette, I decided to skip out on it because I know I was gonna just do a video and not really use this one again. I just feel like when it comes to Natasha's palettes, lately they all look the same. Honestly, did not see myself reaching for this a lot, so I passed on it. So One Size is coming out with mini versions of all of their primers, or most of their primers. So it looks like we have a mini size of the Secure the Sweat and also a mini size of Secure the Blur, which I really love to see. It's not really a new release from One Size, but it is just mini versions of their primers, and I know a lot of people have been asking for that. So we have a new fragrance from Kayali. This is the Fleur Majesty Rose Royale. This is a part of the floral family. It has pear, royal rose, and musk. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Now, I'm not blind buying this, but I do want to go in store and I want to smell it because it sounds like I would like it, but I'm nervous that the rose might be super overpowering. We will see, but I love the packaging of this. This looks beautiful. This is probably my favorite packaging that Kayali has ever done. It's stunning. I love that ombre bottle, and I also love that she did it on every size of the fragrance too. It's not just on the bigger sizes. You usually don't see that, especially for the travel size. It's usually just like the glass bottle and then the writing is the color of the fragrance, or, whatever the vibe of the fragrance is. But I love that the bottle has that ombre too. So this is going to be a maybe for me. I have to go in store and I have to smell it. I cannot blind buy fragrances. They're just too expensive to be going out and blind buying. Like, just way too expensive to be doing that. Speaking of another new fragrance house release, Fleur just launched a new body mist, and this one is called Vanilla Smoke. This is a part of the warm and spicy family. It has cashmere vanilla, incense, and cacao blanc. This I would not dare to blind buy because the incense is not, like, that is scaring me a little bit. It's kind of scaring me because is this gonna smell like literal smoke? Like, that's really not the kind of fragrances that I go for. Though this is a body mist, we know that the Fleur body mist lasts quite a while on the skin, but I do want to smell this in person because they said it's like a play on the vanilla skin. Kind of, but I don't know. Just from the notes, it might not be something that I'm gonna like, but we will see. We have a new toner from Fenty Skin. This is the Cherry Dub BHA toner. It has salicylic acid and aloe juice. It's a toner that purifies pores, brightens skin, and controls surface oil with a formula packed with BHAs and a triple cherry complex. So I am a huge fan of the Fenty Fat Water Toner, and this is something that I kind of have my eye on because I like that it's saying it's going to control surface oil, and anything that has oil control in it, immediately my radar goes off and I'm like, wait a second. say less. I'm open to trying it, you know? So that's how I feel with this. I definitely want to try it out and see. I know that skincare takes a really long time to actually see the effects with. I'm down to try this one. So this one's gonna be a maybe. Y'all, all these releases just in time for the Sephora sale is crazy. Next release I wanted to talk about is from Nars, and I'm actually really excited about this. They're coming out with their summer collection, which includes face palettes. And what I love that they did is that they're coming out with 4, yes, you heard me right, 4 different face palettes. 4. And that deep one is gonna be mine. It's gonna be mine. Now, I wish that they would have put new blush shades in here, and they didn't, sadly, but they did put my favorite blush from them in the deeper palette, which is the shade Teased. I also don't have the other 3 shades, so I'm like, I can justify it. It looks like there's a highlighter, a bronzer, a blush, and a glowy blush. I love that they came out with 4 different palettes to try to cover as many skin tones as possible. We really don't see a lot of brands coming out with more than 2 or even 3 sometimes of face palettes. So seeing 4 from Nars, I'm really happy with. And I cannot wait to get my hands on this. So NYX just came out with new Buttermelt highlighters, and you know, the bronzers and the blushes were such a huge hit, so I wasn't really surprised to see that they're coming out with highlighters. I wasn't expecting them to come out with colorful highlighters though. I really wasn't expecting this, and I really want to try these. I just want to find a more everyday highlighter color, and if I can do that, I'm definitely gonna get it and try it. I'm not really into colorful highlighters, but this is definitely on my list to try. We do have a little sneak peek from Kosas, and it looks like they might be coming out with a setting spray. Now, when it comes to Kosas complexion products, I'm a little bit hesitant to get. One, I feel like a lot of their complexion, you know, expires really fast, which I understand because it's a clean brand and they don't put all those preservatives in their products. So I understand that. But they have like this smell when you initially try out the product. Like the sunscreen smells like it, the foundation smells like it, the concealer faintly smells like it. It's like a distinct smell, but it's very distinct, and I'm really hoping that the setting spray doesn't smell like that, because I would really like to try the setting spray. But you know, if the setting spray smells like that, I'm definitely gonna pass on this, but we'll see. This is something I want to see in stores, try it out, see how the mister is and things like that, or see, you know, reviews on this before I pick it up. But it is something that I'm intrigued by because I love their blushes. Like their blushes is one of my favorite products from them. Their blushes and their Cloud Set powder, the pressed one, is my favorite 2 products from them. So I really want to try out the setting spray. We have a new release from Haus Labs. I feel like they haven't really released a lot of things, but this is their highlighter balms, and I've actually seen people use this and it looks stunning on them. It looks absolutely stunning, and you know, I'm really on the fence. I don't really know if this is a product I'm gonna reach for, which is why I'm like, okay, I'm on the fence, but I kind of feel like I'm not gonna pick it up. I just feel like this wouldn't be a highlighter I would reach for over a powder highlighter. I just feel like powdered highlighters are just so much more easier to work with, and honestly, that's just it. It's just so much easier to work with. So I don't really know if this is a product that I would pick up. I probably would skip out on this, but it looks really beautiful on every person that I've seen use it. It looks like Fenty just re-released a new gloss bomb heat shade. This is in the shade, what shade is this? I don't see a shade name on this. What is this called? Oh, Lavender Savage. I remember this shade. It's in the Heat formula. So if you were a fan of this shade, they brought it back to their Heat line. I don't think that this is limited edition. I think this might be a part of their permanent line. It doesn't say limited edition, but if something changes, I'll let y'all know. We have a new release from Basma Beauty. They're coming out with the High Pigment Blurring Gloss Bomb. This is a 3-in-1 blurring gloss bomb with hydration, pigment, and shine. And this looks beautiful. So they're coming out with 4 different shades, and I've been seeing them tease this for months. But y'all, the way that these look on the lips looks beautiful. And I think I'm gonna pick up a shade, probably the nude shade. Surprise, surprise. I'm gonna pick up the nude shade and try it out if I don't get this in PR. I've received PR from them before, but I'm not too sure if I'm gonna receive this. But if I don't, I'm definitely gonna be picking up the nude shade. And it's gonna retail for $26, and it's gonna be available exclusively on the Sephora app on the 17th, and then to everyone on the 18th. Really excited about that. love to see Basma coming out with new products because they have the blushes and they have the foundation stick. I love that they're really taking their time with releasing their products because that's how you know they're putting their heart and soul into products and not just trying to rush them out. So this is really nice. I'm excited about this because they're saying that it's a lip gloss, lip balm, and a lipstick in one. So that sounds like something I'd be interested in. We have a new fragrance from Replica, and this is called the Never Ending Summer fragrance. It has orange and spritz-accord. It's a part of the Fresh family. I feel like Replica's fragrances have a very, very distinct smell, and they're for a very specific person, each one, which makes sense because that's literally what the brand is. You know, it's based on memories and places and feelings, all that stuff. I haven't really found one from Replica that I'm just in love with, but I love me anything that has fruits in it, okay? I do. I'm a sucker for it. So this one I feel like is definitely one I'm excited to go and smell, and we'll see if I walk away with it. We will see. I want to talk about this sale from Blend Bunny. So they're getting ready to move, and they're doing 35% off site-wide. The sale is going to start March 14th at 10 a.m. PST until Sunday, March 16th at 10 a.m. PST. And I just knew this was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. As soon as I bought the newest palette from them, which I don't think I've talked about yet. So we're gonna talk about that next. But as soon as I bought the newest palette from them, I knew they were gonna have a sale. I knew it was gonna happen, but you know, it's okay. Speaking of their newest palette, I don't think I talked about this on my channel, but they did just come out with the Beauty Below palette, and it is stunning. I bought it. It's on its way to me, and I cannot wait to dive into it. I love me some Blend Bunny, and I feel like every color story that they've been coming out with has just been, it just keeps getting better and better and better. They keep topping themselves, and I don't understand how they're doing it, but they are. The packaging on this palette is by far the best packaging they've ever done, and the color story just looks really beautiful and really sultry. I cannot wait to get my hands on this. I'm hoping to use it in an upcoming testing new makeup video. We shall see, but I'm really, really excited about it. It looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We have one more release I wanted to talk about. I was just scrolling on Instagram, and I saw that Benefit is extending their bronzer range and also coming out with new bronzers. I was very, very confused by this. So this is the new bronzers that they're coming out with. This is the Hula Wave bronzers. We have 5 different shades, and you know, I just thought I would, or at least I just hoped that when, you know, Benefit decided to add more bronzers in their shade range, it would be like a big shade range. You know, like we'd have at least maybe like 10, you know? I don't know. Maybe that was asking for too much. Maybe 8. You know, 8 would have been a good number. It really would have. It would have been a good number. But we have 5, and literally 2 through 4 look the same. They look the literal same. And these are the new bronzers. These are not the extension of their original bronzer range, which we're going to get into next. This is a new bronzer that they're coming out with, and I'm just so disappointed to see this. And I don't even know if number 5 is like the deepest bronzer they've ever come out with, but I just feel like we could have done so much better. So much better than this. Very disappointed in this. And let's talk about the extension to their Hula bronzer, because they came out with 3 new shades. And I'm just really confused because I know that they have the Hula Toasted, and I feel like Toasted is the color deep on here. Am I tripping? Or maybe I'm tripping. But I feel like Toasted is the deepest shade in here, just called deep. They're coming out with a medium shade and a medium deep shade, but to be honest, all of these shades look the exact same. Benefit, what are we doing? Because their blush range that they came out with a couple years ago was so good, very inclusive, a lot of different shades. So I was like, okay, we are in the right direction, but I just feel like with these bronzer launches, we're taking some steps back, and I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand it, and I'm very disappointed with Benefit from this. Like, I just... Yeah, both of those are going to be passes for me. That is it for this episode of Purchase or Passes. There was a lot of releases, but I would love to hear your thoughts on these products. How do you feel about them? What are you buying? What are you skipping out on? What are you most excited for? I'd love to know down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye, guys.